Well, hello, good morning, and welcome to day 2 of action here at the Europe and Africa Water Ski Open Championships for 2026, coming to you live from the Golden Lake in Poti in the Republic of Georgia. My name is Tony Lightfoot, and glad to have the pleasure of your company this fine Saturday morning as we continue on with this tournament. Okay. All right then, and welcome back to live and continuing coverage of this Europe and Africa Open Water Ski Championships, coming to you from the Golden Lake just outside Poti in the Republic of Georgia. And we're now down to the Series 2 slalomers. We're going to have a look at the starting order. Mykhailichenko will be our lead-off skier, followed by Dominique Kuhn, then Francisco Calderola, then Leo Cederquist, Moritz Engelhardt, Jean Baringi, Arnaud Derick, Simon Aldman, Florian Paff, and Vincenzo Marino.
Yeah, no, we're looking to shape up. This is a nice Series 2. Looking to get out there. We got our first skier. This is one of the names that you love to say, Tony, Mykhailichenko. I know at the Worlds, had a really good go at the Under-17 Worlds there in Argentina, and I was in Namibia, and the Namibians were actually having a fun little game they were playing every time you said Mykhailichenko. The big funny thing was they were laughing because they were watching the women's were skiing, and somehow you were throwing in that name even when the women were skiing. But, if anybody knows anything about Namibia.
Well, there was a good reason for that, because the Ukrainian U17 team, all three of them combined for a World Team Championship win.
Yeah, no, they did a great job. And like I said, the Namibians love their Jägermeister. So every time you said that name, they had a little bit of Jägermeister, and a few of them were a little bit... they were having a little bit of fun, after the end of the event. So 13-meter start here for Mykhailichenko. He has been skiing really good, can get into 10.7. So he is a skier that is able to take the lead and looking to punch his ticket. One of the younger skiers here in this event, Tony. So let's see what he's got here on his opening pass.
Yes, indeed. As I alluded to just a few moments ago, a member of the Ukrainian U17 World Championship water ski team competed there in Argentina, having trained extensively in Brazil in the weeks leading up to the event. And big shout out to the folks that provided them with that training facility. It's not always easy for the Ukrainian team to have a place to train given geopolitical tension right now.
Yeah, shout out to Raul down there at CI and the rest of the crew. I know that they took care of this Ukrainian team. Raul is one of my buddies. He's always watching TWBC, always kind of texting and shouting out. So shout out to the crew there in Brazil. I know that they will probably come and watch these Ukrainian skiers. I know they absolutely enjoyed having them, and the Ukrainians also enjoyed their stay in Brazil. I've heard nothing but great things about that lake. It's a place that I kind of want to make a visit. But, right now we're seeing Mykhailichenko out here from this awesome drone shot that goes under the bridge. And that's my favorite shot, Tony, is when they've got it behind the skier.
Especially as one or two pedestrians cross over the bridge as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's the cool part. If being honest, if you want a good spot on site to go watch some skiing, go stand on the bridge.
All right, then. So as we continue to roll along, okay, Mykhailichenko with he scored a 2.5 at 10.75 meters at a recent tournament in Austria. He's also scored that particular total at the Ricetto Pro as well.
Yeah, I know, and been skiing super strong, Tony. Looks good. He's really tall, I got to coach him in 2019 when I was living in Ukraine, and he was just a little guy. And, he has definitely gotten way taller and sprouted. His skiing is picked up and, looking really good. Now, I'm just going to tell you one thing, Tony. It's a little early in the morning in Namibia, but they just texted me, my buddy Viku, who's watching online, and I believe they might be playing their game with you. So maybe take it easy on them today. It is, it's a Saturday. If we drop Mykhailichenko enough, they might not make it. They might not make it through the day. So shout out to them. Shout out to Viku. They're always watching, always texting me. So here we go. We got Mykhailichenko looking good here. Around 2. You see there, he just unloads the ski a little bit quick into 3, so not too bad, but something to catch him. That's why you start seeing him run a little bit down course. But, Mykhailichenko's been skiing so strong, and, this 12-meter pass for some people would be tough, but it's definitely still a warm-up pass for this young Ukrainian skier.
All right, not looking bad there on pass number 2. Skier known as Misha to his closest friends, and looking quite strong here. Would ordinarily be training over at Sentosa, which is in his home city of Dnipro. 11.25 meters. Looking good here for the first few buoys. Good load there off number 2, and he's good for number 3 and for number 4. Can he make it round number 5? Yes, he can, but unfortunately not able to get to the wakes after number 5 there, Zane.
Yeah, Tony, he did not get the start that he wanted. That was a really good job on his part to get to 5 ball. Let's kind of see maybe where he went wrong. You see how he didn't quite get the ski under the line at the gate, so gets the turn out of 1, but right there, you see that ski got unloaded really fast into 2, so that made the ski not want to turn. Now he gets the upper body moving in front of the feet, so he's generating a lot of speed. That's why you see the check there off at 3. Does a good job at 4. We'll see if he gets to 5. It looked close. You see, does the same thing at 5, but I don't see the buoy there, Tony, so I think I just got confirmation in my ear that is a 4 at 11, so that's going to put him in a tie, I believe, for second place with Mr.
Fred
School.
School, yes.
Yeah. So
it would be fair to say that the Mykhailichenko just got scored.
Yeah, he just got the score. Yeah, that is good. So, Tony, like I said, last year at the Open Europeans, we saw that, had to get a piece of 5 at that 11-meter pass. So, that's where Mykhailichenko was, really hoping to get the ski outside of 5, but puts him there in a tie at 4. So, not count himself out yet. We could see, a runoff. It was close yesterday. I know we had 2 people tied with 3.5 for the women, and then we had a 4 that just squeaked out. So, we were right there on that same cut line for the ladies as last year. We'll have to see if we're on that same cut line this year for the men. So Mykhailichenko's going to have to, sit on the bank and watch, stay ready,
And not many people have run through 10.25 meters. There's probably, I don't know, how many people in the world that have seen 9.75. All right, then, as we take a look at the slalom leaderboard with Sasha Deska and tying on the lead with Matteo Luzzeri, let's send it over to Sadie.